Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worry.
Yeah, we thought the things, the man, we're gonna let's start the things. See, Visi Boy Fire Feelings in the building. Yes, we back at it again. It's the second day in the week, definitely it's the 8th of April. So I hope you guys having a fantastic Tuesday and I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Why? We got so much in store for you today, definitely. So I know you guys don't want to miss out on nothing going on over here. So remember, no, this is where you get the latest. And we're going on in Guyana and in the diaspora. Y'all know we do it already. Everything about Guyana. Let's start the things, TV. So you don't know what's up. Remember, people, our goal is 5K by this month end. So I'm definitely depending on you guys. Shout out to all our new subscribers, those subscribers that was there from the very first start. Yo, big up on yourself. Yeah. But like I said, guys, we got so much for you today. So we're not gonna waste no time. We're not gonna bubble. Let me jump into this fast. So on the news, definitely we got large quantity of cocaine evidence goes missing from the TSU armory in police headquarters. Evil Leary. I want to know what happened there. Me no already end up going on there, but somebody better say something. Also on the news menu today, definitely we got Linden fatal shooting. Cop say his gun accidentally went off. Was wanted for rape. Well, if y'all only know guy now, we got this bring for you guys today, definitely in the news upload. Also on the news upload, we got another PPPC official detained by U.S. federal agent at JFK airport. Boy, will I tell you, yo people, we got this and some more stuff to take you through definitely today. So guess what's going on? Buckle your seatbelt. Let me kick it off quick and fast.
Yeah, man, for me the voice to the face knows IG to youths. I don't want to tell about a thing called Target Things TV. For the latest in entertainment, news, gossip, and mix-up, Target Things TV have it all. Right? Just remember, go subscribe to the channel and you get everything. Right? You not miss nothing. Everything is right there up front. It's a guy in this thing. Remember again, GT Youths Indoors, this one. So just go check it out. Target Things. I'm out.
So we're gonna kick it off definitely with the Linden man. Yeah, the Linden fatal shooting. Cop say his gun accidentally went off and the victim was wanted for rape. So it says here, on Monday the 7th of April 2025 at 17:30 hours, the police sergeant from Wismar police station reported that he received information that Ronaldo Peters, MMR, age 26, who was wanted for questioning in relation to a report of an alleged rape of a child under 16, which occurred sometime between the 1st of December 2024 and the 31st of January 2025, was seen at Shabba Bar in 1 Mile Wismar, Linden. As a result, the sergeant and party of ranks went to the locations. The sergeant was armed with a 9mm service pistol and other ranks was armed with a 38 service revolver. The ranks were fully dressed in uniforms. On arrival at 1 Mile Wismar, Linden, Ronaldo Peters was seen at Shabba Shop. Upon seeing the ranks, Ronaldo Peters, it is alleged, began to run and attempt to jump a nearby fence. It is further alleged by the sergeant that he managed to pull off Ronaldo Peters from the fence, and in the process of subduing him, his service pistol, which was in his right hand, went off and Peters was hit. He was immediately escorted to Mackenzie Public Hospital. However, he succumbed while receiving treatment. Ronaldo Peters' body was examined and one circular wound was seen on his right side lower abdomen. The body was escorted to the pensioner's mortuary and waiting PME. Investigation are ongoing. The sergeant is presently under close arrest and escorted to TSU, and the OPR has commenced a investigation. Well, viewers and subscribers, as you heard it, I want to know inside the comment section, you pistol go off. Now watch this video here that I'm going to play for you guys, and I want you to leave your comments in the comment section and let me know if y'all really think that this man pistol went off. Take a look at the video. So subscribers, as you guys just saw the video that we show you, I want you to leave it in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think that the pistol went off or he shot the young man. Right now, Linden is in an uproar. And I tell you, uproar, it's in an uproar because we didn't have no statement at first. But then this is some fresh statement that came out that we're giving you right now. And I telling y'all, it ain't nothing normal. The comment section crazy. Let me dissect down the comment section. And this person said, clearly, that ain't what happened. They are so predictable. Selector Gotti said 5% of the people in Guyana police force is respected. 95% unruly and disrespectful. Now Delta reply and say, you see Dover, only a dotish person would engage in a type of scuffle with a semi-automatic weapon in his hand and don't expect it to go off if that was the case. Jesus Christ. And I tell you, hey, the comments them in, you know, I like check the comments out, people. Miss Trenton said, this could never be the same video they talking about. That boy body was dragged out like old clothes. The police is lying. You fired the gun. That was any accident. Police investigated each other. So what you expect? Hence the reason the critics can't trust the people cause they're liars. That story was fabricated. We all saw in the video your gun was already in your hand, officer. You is a liar. I telling you, boy. Mr. Aladel Wilchers, he said, so we are blind. The police never came out of sight. If you take a good look at the video, why is he lying? He shot that kid, no mistake. We're made damn liar. Jesus Christ. Yo, I telling y'all the video show clearly. I want to these people them. Miss Shondell Jackson said, the lies will strike more outrage of the citizens. Why the officer is do the most, then be protected to the highest level. Definitely this we see who we for blame for this. Yeah, leave it in the comment section because when I see the man dragging the youth man out the yard, I was like, wow, this crazy. But viewers and subscribers, like I said, you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let we dissect it, okay? Anyway, let me continue talking the things with the news. And it says a large quantity of seized cocaine that was being stored at the armor of the Technical Service Unit of Guyana Police Force. It is at its Leary headquarters has gone missing. The police force is tight-lipped on the quantity of drugs discovered missing, but news sources understand that it may be several pounds in the system. This morning, the Guyana police force said an investigation into the claim of the missing narcotics is being conducted by the Office of Professional Responsibility. There are reports that the missing package of cocaine were replaced by a look-alike substance and it was only recently uncovered. Wow. Well, what could have happened then, viewers and subscribers? All of that cocaine does disappear just so tell me if a racket don't be going on in the police force. Yeah, these man of them is know what's going on. I telling you, but guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Anyway, continue with the news. And it says here, another PPPC official detained by the U.S. federal authorities at JFK Airport. A senior officer alleged with the People Progressive Party Civic PPPC has been detained by the federal agent at the New York JFK Kennedy International Airport. Source confirmed the individual was reportedly held for several hours and subject to extensive questioning. During the detention, federal authorities also seized the official's mobile phone and further examination. The reason behind the detain remains unclosed at the time. However, the incident marks yet another in the growing string of encounters between the PPP affiliated individual and the U.S. law enforcement. Well, viewers and subscribers, I tell you, it's getting sticky as they go by. I'm not gonna tell no lie. This is crazy, but like we say, man, as more information come out, let's start the things TV. We always keep you up to date with the news, so definitely we're gonna bring and let you guys know what's going on when we get more information. All right, well, that was on the news menu. Time for us to jump into some stuff quick and fast. Let's get this.
I speak to all our Caribbean brothers and sisters today, not as the Prime Minister of Barbados, but in my capacity as Chair of the Caribbean Community. Our world is in crisis. I will not sugarcoat it. These are among the most challenging of times for our region since the majority of our members gained their independence. Indeed, it is the most difficult period our world has faced since the end of World War II, 80 years ago. Our planet faces a climate catastrophe that worsens every year. We have a cost of living crisis that has been bedeviling us since the disruption of supply chains when the COVID-19 pandemic triggered the shutdown of the majority of countries. Misinformation, disinformation, and manipulation are running rampant. The mental health crisis is causing hopelessness among many of our young people. And regrettably, crime and fear is on the rise. We are fighting wars in the Holy Land, in Europe and in Africa. Countries are distrustful of countries, and neighbors are distrustful of neighbors. The international order and the international system, my friends, is in grave danger of collapse. And now we are on the precipice of a global trade war. Our Caribbean economies are largely reliant on imports. Just go to the supermarket or visit the mall or the hardware shop or the electronics store, and you will see that most of the things there are not produced in this region. Many of those commodities are either purchased directly from the United States of America or pass through the United States of America on their way to the Caribbean region. That, my friends, is a legacy of our colonial dependence. Together with colleague heads of state and heads of government, we have been working to diversify ourselves away from this dependence. We've already started to reap some successes, especially in the field of agriculture, for example, but we still have a long way to go. As we do this work, we have to be mindful that those recent announcements that have been made in the last few days will impact us very directly as a region and as a Caribbean people. We are working and will continue to work to become more self-sufficient. But I want every Caribbean man and every Caribbean woman to hear me. This trade war and the possibility of a $1 million to $1.5 million levy on all Chinese-made ships entering U.S. harbors will mean higher prices for all of us at the corner shop, higher prices at the supermarket, higher prices at the electronics store, higher prices for us at the shop, higher prices for us at the restaurant, higher prices for us at the car dealership and beyond. A lot of Caribbean people will think that these things that you are seeing on television news or reading about are far away and they don't impact on me. A lot of people think I'm just a farmer, or I'm just a school teacher, or I'm just a mechanic. They say, I live in St. Lucie in Barbados, or I live in Portmore in Jamaica, or Kingstown in St. Vincent, or Rima in Trinidad, or Basse-Terre in St. Kitts, or San Ignacio in Belize. These problems are far away from me and they don't impact me. That is what you will hear them say. But the reality, my friends, is that if you buy food, if you buy electronics, if you buy clothes, it will impact you. It will impact each of us. My brothers and sisters, our Caribbean economies are not very large. So we are and have always been at the whims of global prices. If Europe and China and the US and Canada and Mexico are all putting tariffs on each other, that is going to disrupt supply chains. That is going to raise the cost of producing everything from the food you eat to the clothes on your back, to the phone in your pocket, to the car you drive down the road, to the spare parts that you need for critical infrastructure. That means higher prices for all of us to pay. And sadly, yes, this will impact all of you, regardless of what any of our Caribbean governments will do. We could lower our tariffs to zero in CARICOM, and it will not make a lick of difference because our economies are small and vulnerable. This crisis, my friends, will impact not only goods, but it may also have a large spillover effect on tourism. We suggest that the region take steps to sustain the tourism industry, as likely worsening conditions in many of our source markets will have negative impacts on people's ability to travel. We call on our regional private sector and the tourism sector to come together and to work with governments to collaborate for an immediate tourism strategy to ensure that we maintain market share numbers as a region. My friends, I pray that I am wrong, and I'm praying that cooler heads prevail across the world and leaders come together in a new sense of cooperation to look after the poor and the vulnerable people of this world, and to leave space for the middle classes to chart their lives, to allow businesses to be able to get on with what they do and to trade. But truly, I do not have confidence that this will happen. So what must we do? First, we must re-engage urgently, directly, and at the highest possible level with our friends in the United States of America. There is an obvious truth which has to be confronted by both sides. That truth is that these small and micro-states of the Caribbean do not in any way or in any sector enjoy a greater degree of financial benefit in the balance of trade than does the United States. In fact, it is because of our small size, our great vulnerability, our limited manufacturing capacity, our inability to distort trade in any way, that successive United States administrations, including and most recently the Reagan administration in the early 1980s, went to great lengths to assist us in promoting our abilities to sell in the United States under the Caribbean Basin Initiative. We will see how these tariffs will impact on that. That spirit of cooperation largely enabled security, social stability, and economic growth on America's third border in the Caribbean, or as we have agreed as recently in our meeting with Secretary of State Rubio, what is now our collective neighborhood. Secondly, we must not fight among each other for political gain. Because, my dear brothers and sisters, as the old adage goes, united we stand and divided we fall. Thirdly, we must redouble our efforts to invest in Caribbean agricultural production and light manufacturing. The 25 by 2025 initiative, ably led by President Ali, seems too modest a target now, given all that we are confronting. We must grow our own and produce our own as much as possible. We can all make the decision to buy healthy foods at the market instead of processed foods at the supermarket. Fourthly, we must build our ties with Africa, Central and Latin America, and renew those ties with some of our older partners around the world, in the United Kingdom and Europe, in Canada. We must not rely solely on one or two markets. We need to be able to sell our Caribbean goods to a wider, more stable global market. My brothers and sisters, in every global political and economic crisis, there is always an opportunity. If we come together, put any divisions aside, support our small businesses and small producers, we will come out of this stronger. To our hoteliers, our supermarkets, and our people, my message is the same. Buy local and buy regional. I repeat, buy local and buy regional. The products are better, fresher, and more competitive in many instances. If we work together and strengthen our own, we can ride through this crisis. We may have to confront issues of logistics and movement of goods, but we can do that too. To the United States, I say, this simply: we are not your enemy. We are your friends. So many people in the Caribbean region have brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, sons and daughters, godchildren, living up in Miami or Queens or Brooklyn or New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, wherever. We welcome your people to our shores and give them the holidays, and for many of them, the experiences of a lifetime. I say simply to President Trump, our economies are not doing your economy any harm in any way. They are too small to have any negative or distorting impact on your country. So I ask you to consider your decades-long friendship between your country and ours, and look to the Caribbean, recognizing that the family ties, yes, are strong. Let us talk, I hope, and let us work together to keep prices down for all of our people. My brothers and sisters, there's trouble in our Caribbean waters, but the responsibility each and every day for much of what we do and much of what we grow must be ours. If we take care of each other, if we support each other, if we uplift each other, and if we tap into the strength and innovation of our common Caribbean spirit, we will see this through. Our forefathers faced tribulations far worse than we will ever do. And yes, they came through it. My friends, my brothers and sisters, we can make it. We shall make it. God bless our Caribbean civilization. Thank you.
Well, viewers and subscribers, that was the Prime Minister of Barbados issuing about the tariff. Now, upon hearing what she said, made a lot of sense. And I hope we as Guyanese and Caribbean citizens. You know what I mean? We follow certain protocol. And like she made a statement, she said, buy local, buy regional. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We need to start planting. Do the things with Burnham, they tell we, bro. Because if we follow certain rules and regulations like what Burnham said, I feel we would have been in a more better place than we is in today, especially reaching to this part with importing our goods into the United States of America and have to pay so much taxes. You know, it's crazy. But I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. Let's dissect this in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts, right? Anyway, let me continue talking the thing now. You guys remember the last upload that I did whereby Nigel Hughes definitely made a video encouraging all Caribbean leaders to come together, so forth. Basically, he was speaking upon the tariff with the United States of America. Now, it looked like he doing that video raised a lot of ants' nests. I'm telling you. The first video I'm going to play for you here is from the man from Mr. Kaichur. Yes, Glenn Lal. Now, this is what Glenn Lal basically came out and say. I want you guys to let me know what's your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Take a listen to Mr. Glenn Lal.
Guyana, you're not just in trouble. You're done with. Look who suddenly find his tongue. Nigel Hughes, the AFC leader, jumping out with a statement after Donald Trump slapped Guyana with a 38% tariff. Now, he's calling for unity, saying when it comes to Guyana's future, we must all act collectively in our national interests. Calling all political parties, the private sector and civil society to come together and support the economy and the people of this country. Listen to him.
Good day, my fellow Guyanese. Recently, the United States announced a 38% tariff on exports from Guyana, and many of you are rightly concerned. This is not just a trade issue, it's a national challenge that affects our small exporters, our farmers, and our working families across the country. I want to be clear. This is not a time for finger-pointing or political noise. This is a moment for unity, strategy, and leadership. That's why I'm calling for a national consultation, one that brings together all political parties, the private sector, and civil society, to protect our economy and our people. I stand ready to be part of that effort, because when it comes to Guyana's future, we must all act collectively in our national interest. Better must come, and together we must make this so. I thank you, and may God bless us all.
Really, Nigel? You want the whole country to unite over a few dollars Guyanese making through exports to the US? Where is your voice calling for national unity to fix this Exxon deal and all those gold contracts that were signed? Deals so sweet for the foreigners that if we just fix one of them, every Guyanese could live better than the average Americans. We wouldn't even need those few pennies from exports you now crying over. So let me ask again, where is your voice calling for unity to demand ring fencing of the oil projects to stop Exxon from further bleeding this country? Proper audits of Exxon expenses and inflated investments. Where is the unity call, Nigel, for installation of our own meters on all Exxon pumps to know what's really coming out and leaving this country? Where is your voice for taxes? Yes, taxes from Exxon. Where is your concern for the economy and the people, Nigel? Our national interest is only a thing when the US hits you or your friends' pockets? Tell us. Where were you when the oil deal was signed? Your law firm represented Exxon. Not true? And still is today. Where were your calls for national consultation then? Where was any national call when Guyana handed over that huge Stabroek block free to ExxonMobil? You want more, Nigel? Where is your national call to cap the unknown interest rates Exxon slapping Guyana with on those inflated investments? Where is your national call to have this nation fully protected and compensated from an oil spill? You see how fast these politicians just wake up when a foreign country threatens their little export earnings? But when the foreign company is bleeding us dry in oil, gold, diamonds, timber, bauxite, and our other minerals, not a damn word from them. Not a single call to protect the people who they now want to represent on Trump's tariff. Let me tell you what this is, Guyana. It's a game, a well-crafted, scripted, and rehearsed political game for your finger this year. They stay silent when the population being robbed and stripped naked. But when a few get pinched, suddenly the whole country must unite. So here's my message to Nigel and his likes. You can't cherry pick patriotism. You can't be silent during the wholesale looting and only speak up when we're being taxed. You can't play leader when it's convenient and then pretend to care when the damage done. Guyana, we are not just in trouble, we are in danger. Because the people who are supposed to protect us only show up when their class, their donors, and their businesses are affected. You want to act in the national interest, Nigel? Then start talk about a petroleum commission to fix this oil sector. Start with the people's resources. Start with the stolen wealth of this country. Because if we had acted collectively on that oil contract years ago, today we wouldn't be scrambling over tariffs. Guyana would have had enough to stand on its own 2 feet and tell Donald Trump we don't need to sell rum and Banks beer to keep Guyana nose above water. We would have been making more than enough to transform the whole region and its peoples. But sadly, you guys know very well where you're taking this nation. And it's not a nice place, people. May God bless you too, Nigel.
Things TV viewers and subscribers, as you heard Glenn Lala, I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on what he's saying, because he got a point at this point here when listening what he's saying. You know, they got so much stuff that is going on that needs to be fixed, and we're not hearing these guys mentioning nothing about it. But since Donald Trump speak about the tariff, everybody get, scared. Like the Prime Minister said, no need to panic. But it looks like a lot of persons are panicking because this is a serious situation. As you just heard the Barbados Prime Minister saying, don't matter how low the tariff is, it still isn't beneficial. You know what I mean? We need to come together as one. For viewers and subscribers, like I said, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts. on this, okay, guys?
Present the vehicles to the revenue.
Yeah, he will decline that invitation.
Okay, noted. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good. Officers, please don't take political directives. Yeah.
What transpired here just now?
They came again and the lawyer told them the matter is before the court.
Right.
Yes.
For next week?
Yes.
So what transpired there shortly, the GRA indicated to Azruddin Mohamed that they're inviting him to present the vehicles to the Inspectorate Unit of the Guyana Revenue Authority Customs Enforcement Unit, and he contacted his lawyer, and his lawyer informed GRA via phone that the head of GRA, Godfrey Station, is well aware that the matter is before the courts. It should engage a judge next week, according to what we were just told. It should engage a judge next week, and therefore it would be unlawful at this point in time to remove the vehicles from the property you're seeing on your screens right now. Morning. So this is the developing story here. This is the developing story here. So we heard that update just now from Mr. Azruddin Mohamed. The GRA has indicated, well, the GRA official said he's not aware that the matter is engaging the courts, and so I assume that they retreated to get further advice. But this is the situation developing here at the home of businessman Azruddin Mohamed. The GRA, working on instructions, came to seize 4 luxury vehicles owned by the Mohammeds. So if you look further down the street there, you'll see that the police and the GRA reps are present, maintaining a presence. So we are not sure what would be the next move or the next development in this situation. But as it is now, it is clear that the businessman has garnered a lot of support who are defending his position. But the GRA is very stern that $900 million are owed in taxes, and the $900 million must be paid to the Guyana Revenue Authority. It's not much to report because the situation is developing here. And once it develops, we will be told of what is there to report. What we see in the background there, the GRA officials are engaging the police. The GRA officials are engaging the police, and once we get an update from the Revenue Authority, well, they're not inclined to speak to the press, but once we get an update, we'll be able to let you know exactly what's happening. But as it is now, we can't really say what next will be the move by the Guyana Revenue Authority. We can try to at least get a solicited comment, even if it's a no comment, from the Guyana Revenue Authority. We've made repeated calls to the head of GRA, but all those went unanswered.
Well, viewers and subscribers, as you just heard and just see what's going on, now this is me take on it. How all of a sudden is a whole GRA problem with Mr. Mohamed and his vehicle? Now tell me something. When you bringing vehicle into the country, obviously it gotta go through, it gotta come from the wharf, right? After it come off of the ship, it comes on the wharf, it's been inspected, wherever tax and wherever, you gotta do all of that there before that car could move. The car cannot move from there until everything's sorted out. So I'm saying to myself here, it's been how much months now? I don't even know how long this, man, but it's been a while I have signed these vehicles. How suddenly now you're hearing that the money that he pay is not done. He's supposed to pay some more money. Because I can remember on the press conference what Mr. Jagdeo did say that Mohamed posts one of his luxury vehicles, I think it's the Lamborghini or something, whereby he put the price and he said, oh, why you do that? He's stupid. Because if he pay 8 million, he's supposed to pay 100 and something million for, you know what I mean, getting the car released from off of the wharf or from GRA. So I was like, what? This is saying normal? Now, as you guys saw, it looked like they take it up on themselves, and now they're hearing that they cannot seize the man vehicle. It's order from the court. They gotta relax. And but viewers and subscribers, I want y'all leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what's your thoughts. And I got old boy here, so actually them said two minds think alike. Listen to what old boy say.
Let me explain how I know Guyanese are gullible. Very, very gullible. Anything the government tell them, they believe. A lot of them. Here. To get a car into this country, it's got to come through the wharf. It don't magically appear. It's got to come through the wharf. Customs checks it out. Right? Then GRA puts its duty and tax and all kind of thing on it. Right? It don't just appear like that in your house or in your yard. So 4 years ago, those Mohammed's cars came through customs. Right? He paid what, as far as you could see, he paid, or he couldn't take it off the wharf. You understand? So what GRA is getting on with now is bare stupidness, and people are believing them. You understand? You can't get nothing off the wharf unless it's cleared by customs. So you gotta arrest all them custom officers and everybody if you're saying he didn't pay. That's how stupid guys are. They believe what the government say, and the government just wraps them around their fingers like idiots. Have a nice day. Talk to you all later.
I just said her, and the same thing old boy said. This clearly shows that there's a fight down them fighting down this morning all way by. It crazy. It's why me, not me. I don't want to be president, prime minister. Me, I don't want to be a part of no politics. It's a very dirty game when it get going. Viewers and subscribers, leave your comments in the comments section. Now, speaking about Mohamed, now that same day when all of these people was there at Mr. Mohamed residence, whereby the people themselves, the supporters themselves told Mr. Mohamed, say, yo, we know them and want to do all kind of things, so we coming at your house and we gonna protect you. That's what they told Mr. Mohamed. He even mentioned it himself. You understand? So it seems like after that happened, you don't know, and the GRA turn up, GRA get chased away, they couldn't get the vehicle. Allegedly they say that a drone was flying over Mr. Mohamed's home, and the drone was flown by a member of the sheriff. Yes, the sheriff security. Now we all know that sheriff security and Mr. Mohamed is up the road too. So guess what's going on? After that happened, it seems like the young man that was flying the drone over Mr. Mohamed's house that same day got arrested, or his drones got took away. Guys, take a look.
Resisting. This is Guyana Daily News drone operator. We're flying the drone over Mr. Azruddin Mohamed house. This is the guy who been flying, catching drone shots yesterday. Watch, he's smiling. Get good news. Look the drone thing. No, they got memory card. They're looking for the memory card, he broke up. I see. This young man is very close behind him. I mean, this old guy is very close behind him. Taking people's phone away, moving people's phone because he want people record the guy deleting drone footage of Mr. Azruddin Mohamed yard. They found the drone. The officers have the drone in their hand there that he was flying yesterday and today. Look the woo! He's the drone boss, man. There's multiple drones. This is the drone, one of the drones that it says used to protect Gisli, but still yet flying over Mr. Azruddin's yard. I don't know how you're protecting Gisli in Mr. Mohamed's yard. Hold it up. The officers just took the drone and clamping the vehicle. Been here about an hour and change. They're searching his pockets now. To the young man's face.
Wow, just a 3 years after.
Invading private property. This is what Guyana Daily News is doing. Owners are sheriff security, sheriff group of companies invading people's personal property. Look at their faces.
You drive me a car, me want to police drive a car. Yeah, hello?
This is what they're doing. This is the young man here. Not listening to the inspector. We're here about an hour. 1 hour. Parked up in Mr. Mohamed back street, flying drone over his pool, over his house, at his garage, at his guard hut, pulling in the door, and the inspector, while the inspector is speaking to him, smiling. Smiling. No sheriff get you.
Well, I telling you, boy. Always say, go there, Guyana nice. Guyana nice bad. You understand? Plus, he got enough drone. Plus, as you are here, he's a big boy. Come remember now, you're working in a big firm. So you know how Guyana thing stays full cowboy. From you representing a big buy, you know what I mean? This is what I said, big buy. From you working for a big buy, you could give officers rude face, you could give officers mouth talk, and you could, yeah, these are the things setting, you know. This is why we can't see certain changes. It could never see certain changes if we continue like this. But But viewers and subscribers, leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what's your thoughts. Now we got this big man here, so I don't know if you all can remember. I gotta try to see if I could get back the video whereby he did a video whereby he was accusing Mohamed for all kind of thing and saying that to Mohamed they ain't drugs business, shipping out gold and all kind of thing. Now, mouth open, story jump out. The man came forward. Saw this video on Mr. Mohamed page whereby he said that he was paid to do that. I think it was on Critics page he was. Now he said that basically like he went in his yard to do something. You know, if you go for text something or whatever, the man caught him in the yard and decided to see what's going on. Do this. We can pay you 50,000. Viewers and subscribers, take a listen.
Everybody, good night. His name is Agadi. I am paid as Pandit Vikash and as PPP for Spram. That is Mohamed name for wrongfully. I get paid for do that. And they come for me a house. When they come for me a house, I get scared. And when I go, put me inside the yard. Call me yard and tell me inside. When they tell me inside, I can't do not because I get scared. And he started telling me for Bartak Mohamed and say so and so. Anyhow, he want me to do next video around to say smuggle gold and drugs. And he will go pay me. He will go pay me 50,000 for do that and me do that. But that thing they want to see me do them, that me get post, but he for do that, get paid for do that. And me get scared that the police come a house for me and me and nobody for back me up. And when we go in the yard, I can't run from the yard because you can say thief and I remember he tell me inside. I can see the video what make inside the house and then the chair sit down. The video I make and I just scared me to do that. But he all tell me for back that the man Mohamed, and I'm sorry for that what I do, but I can't do better because remember everybody, I just listen what I saying. If me in this man yard, this man can call the police and say me coming for thief in the yard. And he kept me inside the downstairs. I can see the video inside the house there. And he tell me, you want me to sell this man smuggle gold, you sanction man smuggle gold and drugs and how you can go with he to be a president. Then I got nothing to do with this and that president. Then I got nothing to do. Then they want me to talk more things, but me to go back to do nothing.
Viewers and subscribers, yeah, I see why I tell you all about this politician game. It's very dirty. You understand? It's really, really dirty, but this the thing is good sometimes, you know what I mean? Viewers, I want you guys to leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Cause basically, you understand, this is wrong. Now you could see is a real fight down Mr. Mohamed is getting. Real fight down. Yeah, man. So, John knows. Anyway, this is the part I can jump out. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, if you have watched the upload so far, please give the video a thumbs up. I want you to run up the thumbs up on this. I want 200 likes on this video here, so okay? Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't as yet. And put your post notification bell on. Feel free to drop those comments. Let's dissect every one of the topics, okay? Once again, my name is Fire Feelings, the CEO of Let's Start the Things TV. We out here, so until next time. See you know.